day, Bree fam. Who y'all? I'm just now getting up. Oh, well, I got up already today. Been up early. I was up at like maybe 5 o'clock. Stayed up for a little bit. Then I went back to sleep. And now I'm up again. When I went back to sleep, I was in a deep sleep. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like you'll wake up, you'll get up, you'll fall back to sleep, you'll be like in a dream, a deep dream, and then you'll wake back up. So basically, that's what happened. So usually I start my days. Um, First off, when I get up, I always pray and thank God for another day. I start off by reading my scriptures that I need to read. Then I will work on my plans, which is also like inside of the Bible app. If you don't have the Bible app, you can download it on your phone. There's different plans that's in the Bible app. So according to like whatever you are going through, or you don't even have to be going through anything, it's just they have plans that really keep you motivated and really help you with your journey to draw closer to God. So I will read, sometimes I will pick a place, sometimes I will, God will drop it in my spirit to read um, a scripture or a verse or book. And then I'll just pretty much go from there and I'll just let the Holy Spirit just guide me. And sometimes I will read for 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, sometimes longer than that. But that's normally what I do. Michelle, hey, honey, you up early? Good day. Yes, good day to you. I know, well, actually, it's not really early where you're at because it's almost, what, 11 o'clock your time? It's almost 10 o'clock my time. But yeah, I'll get up. I'll start off with my plans. I have a couple different plans that I use in the Bible app. Yeah, I'm trying to get a regular schedule. Me too. Me too. I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule as well. Gary. Oh, hey, Gary. What's up? Good day to you. It's been a long time. How you been? What you been up to? My cat woke me up at 3:30 kissing me. Oh my goodness. Your cats love you, Michelle. They're like, "Mama, wake up, mama." This antenna is getting on my nerves. But yeah, I'll wake up, read my plans and stuff. I read the Bible, I read the word, and then a lot of times I put it on TBN, which is the Trinity Broadcasting Network, and Daystar, which is also just another Christian television network, and I will watch some different sermons and preachers. Also, I follow Ambassador David Gillum on Facebook, and he pretty much he's the end time prophet, so he pretty much keeps everybody informed and up to date on world news, what's going on in the world, based on biblical things, prophecies that's being fulfilled. So that's normally what I do when I first get up in the morning times. I try to refrain from checking my phone. I feel like a lot of times people, they get up, they start checking their phones, they start getting on social media, and you're wondering why your day is not going as well. You have to learn how to start putting God first And when you put God first and when you set a time, he's going to make sure that he covers you and he looks out after you. I absolutely love the fact that you are a godly woman. Thank you. He wanted my attention. I never got mad at them. Yeah, I'll try my best. I need to get back into my Bible. Yes, I would definitely recommend just, when you first start out, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you heard me when I was saying this earlier, but the Bible app, you can download the Bible app on your phone. They have like a daily scripture and you can start there. That's how I started. I started with the daily scripture. And every day I was looking for motivation. I was looking for like the daily scripture. And it made me want to dig deeper into the Bible. It made me wanted to read more of the whole entire, paragraph or the whole entire chapter. So that's how I started my journey. And I've just started digging deeper and deeper. I started watching some of my favorite pastors and preachers. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm watching Joel right now. I love Joel. Shout out to Joel. Joel Osteen. I grew up in this church. Like my mom, our family grew up going to Lakewood Church. I remember before it was Joel, it was his dad, John Osteen, and his mom, Dodie Osteen, and this is the church that I grew up in. And who would have thought that it would have became such a mega church? Lakewood is known worldwide. So many people, know about the church now. And this is the church I grew up in. Been going to the church ever since I've been probably, if I was to take a guess, maybe 4 or 5 years old. That's when I started going to Lakewood. So yeah, he comes on at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Time, and he comes on. Joel he's on satellite radio. He's on YouTube. He has his I think he has a podcast. He's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. So if you just search him up and subscribe and follow him and stuff, well, you can catch his sermons live on Sundays at, what is it, 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. Central Time. I used to work at the church, used to work for Joel Osteen. So yeah, I know a lot about the church. I've been involved in the church for a very long time. I currently don't go to Lakewood Church anymore, but I do still love him and his family. I love the fact that he's just positive. He's just a sweet, nice man. He's very positive. He doesn't just do this for TV or for show. He really is a great guy, in my opinion. You've seen him on Facebook. Also, Joel baptized me. I got baptized by Joel Osteen himself. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all my certificate. I was so scared because I don't swim like that. So I was scared to get in the little pool or whatever to get baptized. I was shaking in my boots. And when I got up to him, I was like, Joel, I'm scared. And he was like, no reason to be scared. He was like, I got you. I said, hold my hand. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown, Joel. Don't let me drown. He was just laughing and stuff. But Joel is so sweet. Let me show you. So this is my daughter. This is from Lakewood. Upon the confession of faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, has been baptized and hereby awarded the certificate of baptism. Joel Osteen, Pastor Joel Osteen. That's for my daughter. My daughter was baptized. I was, okay, that's my certificate. I need to find a, like, what do you call it? what do you call the thing? A frame to put it in. And then this one is for my son. So we all three got baptized at Lakewood Church. And I just love that for me, you know. Certificate of baptism. So yeah, I love Joel Osteen, y'all. He's amazing. And going to Lakewood Church, I've met a lot of different celebrities. He's very well known by a lot of people. Just being in the atmosphere is a lot of love, a lot of respect. There's a lot of celebrities that that come in, a lot of musical artists and stuff. I met a lot of people. I remember the time when Kanye West came to Lakewood, Kim Kardashian, when they were together and their children. Got a chance to see them. Tyler Perry, T.D. Jakes, Stevie Wonder was just at Lakewood. When was that? About a week ago or so. There's been I can't even, there's so many people. Kirk Franklin, Torrin Wells, I love Torrin. Torrin Wells. Torrin Wells is one of my favorite gospel artists. He's so down to earth. He actually was at Lakewood for a very long time. Who else? We have John Gray that came out of Lakewood. We got New Breed, Israel Houghton and New Breed. It's just been so many people that has come from out of Lakewood. But yeah, Joel is not afraid to share his platform. I have seen so many artists. I've met so many people. I can't even think of everybody right now, but if you call them by the name, more than likely I have met them. I have the opportunity to meet them or have seen them in person. Have you seen my art videos? No, I have not seen your art videos yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm trying to see, do I have everything to make some soap? Again, I just got up. I need to probably go. I'm just trying to check and see, do I have everything? I think I do. I'm trying to see, do you know Aaron Hudson? I met him and his wife. That name sounds familiar. I don't know. I probably would have to see a picture. But the name definitely sounds familiar. That name sounds very familiar. I don't know if I have quite enough. I might have enough. There's a possibility that I might have enough ingredients to make. I think I kind of want to do hot process. For some reason, I think I want to do hot process. I have not did a hot process soap in so long. Usually when I make soap, it's cold process, meaning that we're not heating anything up. Hot process, basically, it's referring to cooking the soap. So I think I might do that with y'all today, just to show y'all how we make soap over here. I think that's what I want to do. Hopefully I have everything that I need to do that. But I'm gonna just pull out my crock pot. Time I get to doing something, somebody want to get to calling me. Like, no, that's not how it works. Every time I start to do something, then somebody want to call on the phone. I'm just gonna put my other little stuff, my other little tools in here for now. I need to turn on the light. He was Winston. Oh, Ghostbusters movie. Oh no, I don't remember who that is. I don't know who that is. But I do remember The movie Ghostbusters. Didn't they have a show, Ghostbusters? My brother used to watch that all the time. I'm just gonna rinse this out right quick. I made the mistake. That crock pot was never supposed to be used for soap making. It was only supposed to be used for food. And one day I put the liner in here, like the bag liners, to make soap, and it burst. And soap got inside of the crock pot. And from that point on, I did not use it anymore for food. Anytime you're soap making, you want to use separate tools and stuff like that. You don't want to use like whatever you cook with to make soap with, if that makes sense. He was in the other movie too. Look him up. Okay, I will. Okay, so now that I got this rinsed out, Michelle is our top 2 fan. She's probably gonna be top number 1 because I know people, they come in and out. That's one thing about YouTube. You know, people, they're scrolling through YouTube, they come in and out. I don't really care about the views and all that stuff because I know people are gonna be hopping in and out all day long. So we're not tripping, we're not worried about it. Okay, so I got the crock pot right here. Let me find my other soap making tool. I'm just trying to get everything prepared. So you're gonna need something like this. You're gonna also need a stick blender or immersion blender. I call it stick blender. The proper name for it is called immersion blender. You need something that's gonna get in there. You're gonna also need a kitchen scale. Everything has to be weighed out properly. Everything has to be precise. With soap making, you're also gonna need some safety wear, preferably long sleeve shirt, long sleeve pants, or if you have a lab coat, you can put on like a coat, a lab coat or jacket, long jacket, whatever. You're gonna need goggles, you're gonna need gloves, you're gonna need the ingredients that you're gonna use. You gotta determine what type of soap you're making. If you have a recipe, you wanna always go by the recipe. I have a recipe that I came up with, and I stick to the same recipe. That way my soap comes out the same way every single time. I am getting low on soap, so I definitely need to be making my own soap. I make my own soap. I have been making soap. I've been making my own products for over 10 years now. How did I get into soap making? Edu Josh 2.0. Hey, what's up? I got into soap making because I was having issues with my skin. My skin is very sensitive. My skin was breaking out really bad. And I was like, you know what? It has probably something to do with me using the wrong, types of soap or ingredients or whatever. So that's what prompted me to start making my own soap. When I started making my own soaps, I had my friends and family, they were using it. And they were like, this soap is good. You should start selling it. Everybody started telling me that I should sell it, that the soap was amazing. I started selling it. Fast forward, I turned it into a business, a soap business, and it done really well. I never thought that people would be interested in buying soap or buying hair growth oil from me. And I literally became #1 seller on TikTok. We sell the soaps on PayPal, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, Facebook. I have my own website. Just any platform, any major platform that you can think of, we're pretty much on it. So yeah, that's a little bit of background information about me, how we got started. Some people are allergic to some laundry detergents and fabric softeners. Yes, most of the detergent and fabric softeners that are on the market today, they're full of chemicals. They just smell good. They have a ton of fragrance oil in it. And if you literally look and turn the package around, you will literally see that it's full of synthetic fibers and sulfates and parabens and and then you got to think about it. You're putting that stuff on your skin topically. So I got into making my own products because I can control the ingredients. I can use natural ingredients, natural oils and butters, essential oils, and I could literally cut out the middleman. I could make my own stuff, and I could literally, I know what's in the product. Versus if I go to Walmart or Target or somewhere, you don't know what's in that stuff. You're just buying it. Half the time, you're just buying a package. You're just buying it because it's in a cute bottle or it smells good, but it has no beneficial treatment for your skin or your health. So that's one thing that I absolutely love about soap making. I can make whatever type of soap I want to make. It's endless possibilities. I got my goggles right here. I have my immersion blender. I just got to find the other piece to it. I'm trying to gather all my stuff. I have this infrared thermometer. So if you need to check the temperature of your soap, you probably would be a good idea to invest in one of these. I got this from a pawn shop, which was a few bucks. I've been having it for like 10 years now, literally. Checks the temperature that's in the room. You can use it to check the temperature of how hot the soap is. Because when it comes to soap making, you have to soap at a certain temperature, especially if you're doing cold process. But with hot process, like cooking it, what we're going to be doing today, we're not going to have to worry about that. I love Olay body wash. I think my mom used to buy Olay back in the day. I actually went into the store and I saw Olay and I was like, I was almost compelled to buy it because I smelled one of them and I was like, ooh, that smells really good. I was like, that smells good. But I did not buy it, but I almost bought it. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead on and weigh out my liquids. Dove. I don't like Dove. I used to, before I started making my soap, I used to use Dove because my niece would have it all the time at her house. And I just feel like the formula from back then to now has changed. I feel like the bars are smaller. The body wash bottles are even more slender, which meaning they don't put as much. I don't know. I just don't like Dove. I don't like Dove at all. I don't buy Dove, but some people like Dove. The Olay Peach. Ooh, have to try that. So I'm going to use my bucket here. My grandma used Dove soap bars. Yeah, Dove has been around for a long time. They really have been around for a long time. So I'm going to cut on my scale. I'm going to wait till it's zeroed out. And I'm going to put my desired amount in here. So I got the crock pot on. The crock pot is heating up. Oh, I put a little bit more than what I needed, but it's okay. Okay. Now I gotta go in with our next ingredient. Okay, so now that we have our ingredients, did you have a favorite soap brand before making your own? Um, Before making my own soap, I would use like just cheap soap, like Irish Springs. I would use what was it, Lever 2000 or something like that. I would just buy whatever I could. I'm not gonna really say afford because I never really thought that soap could really cause like irritants to your skin and sensitivity and stuff like that. So I was just buying like cheap soap. One of the brands that I grew up on and that I really did like was Ivory. Just the plain Ivory bars. My grandma used to buy Ivory. My mom bought Ivory soap. And I would say that that probably was my favorite bar soap because it wasn't really strong smelling. I feel like it was a cleansing bar and it got the job done. A lot of bar soap does make your skin feel dry afterwards. So I learned that with soap making, I wanted my skin to feel more silkier and smoother. So I started putting like oils, like skin loving butters in my soap. Not only does it clean your skin, but it doesn't make your skin feel dry afterwards. Ivory is good. Yes. So now what I'm going to do, oops, my bad. Let me rinse this off my hands. Now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I have my oils all weighed out, okay? My crock pot is heating up. At this point, I think it's warm. Oh yeah, it's really hot now. We're gonna pour our oils in here. Our oils and our butters. Today we're cooking our soap. I haven't done this in so long, and it's like, I hope my soap comes out right today. I hope it comes out right. And I'm just gonna scrape the bucket just to get all that oil in here, just to make sure I get all the ingredients in here. Okay, so now that we have all of our oils in here, we're going to allow this to melt. Okay, the crock pot is gonna melt it down. You know, after, I don't know, maybe after, I would say 10 or 15 minutes. It might not even take that long. It's going to become all solidified. So we're just going to allow this to melt. You can actually walk away from this at this point. We haven't added in our lye solution yet. So we just want this to completely melt down. Once everything is totally liquid, then that's when we're going to add in our lye solution. And then we can start the soap making process. So doing it this way, it usually takes about an hour, I would say, for the soap to completely cook. Sometimes it could be, you know, I don't know, 45 minutes. But what I like to do is I like to set my timer in 15-minute increments. So I'll set it for 15 minutes. I'll come back, stir it. I'll set it for 15 minutes again, come back, stir it. I'll set it for another 15 minutes, come back and stir it. Usually at my third or fourth time, the soap will be done. So once the soap becomes like, it's going to go through some stages. Once it's like, once it starts to look like mashed potatoes, the next phase is like a gel phase. Once it starts to look like Vaseline and becomes sticky, that's how you know that your soap is done. Once your soap is done at that phase, you want to add in your additives. You want to add in whatever you want. You know, if you want to add in like color, your colorants, micas, pigments, or natural colorants, you would add it in at that point. You would add in your fragrance. You would just stir it in. Make sure it's incorporated in really well. And then you will put it into your soap molds, and that's pretty much how it's done. Interesting. Yes. Do you remember Kamei soap? No, I don't. I do remember Caress soap though. You know, Caress. You can also, I'm making bar soap today. But you know, you can always make liquid soap too, like body wash and stuff like that. I have made, what are you making? I'm making soap. I'm a soap maker. I make soap. I make hair care products, cosmetic products and stuff like that. So I'm using a crock pot. I'm cooking it. I'm going to be cooking soap. If you continue to watch this live, then you will see me go through the stages of making soap. So it's going to be a while. It's going to probably be from start to finish. It takes probably about an hour. So if you got an hour to spare, or maybe you can come back later on, you can save the video, you can subscribe. I will leave the video up. If you got to go to work or school, you can always come back and watch the live. Really, that's so cool. Can you make cologne? No, I don't know how to make cologne. I have never made cologne before. But I'm pretty sure if I was to learn how to make it, I would be able to make it. But I know how to make deodorant, laundry detergent. I know how to make lip gloss and lipsticks, chapstick. I know how to make a lot of stuff. It's not that hard. Soap making, I will say, is probably harder than the other things that I mentioned. Soap is like, I know I make it look easy, but it's not all that easy. It's really not. Because everything has to be so precise. If you mess up, or if you use too much oil or too much ingredients, you can ruin your whole recipe. And thank you for subscribing. YNW Fago or Fago. Look up Kamei on Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna look them up, Michelle. But I like Caress. I've used Caress before. I think Caress body wash is amazing. I like the body washes that have like the body scrub in them. Where did you learn all of this? I initially I learned from just, I would say YouTube had a lot to do with, well, I'm not going to say a lot. When I started making soap, this was over 10 years ago. So soap making wasn't that popular. So a lot of it was like trial and error. I was basically looking up how soap was made, centuries ago. Like soap making what has been around since like I want to say the 1900s, you know. And I started looking up how soap was made back then. And then I was like, you know what? Well, it was a lot of trial and error. It took a long time for me to figure it out. As soap making started to become more popular and more people started making soap and making lip gloss and those things, I started learning from certain people that were like on Instagram, certain soap makers. I was reaching out to certain people, and I had some really good people that gave me recipes and kind of walked me through how to do it. And then I started to do it myself. I just started practicing. And a lot of practice turned into me finally finding the right recipe. Once I found my right recipe, I just stuck to the same recipe. And I was like, you know what? This is the recipe that I like. The soap has a lot of lather, it has a lot of bubbles, it has it's conditioning. And I just pretty much like went from there. But it is fun, you know. It allows you. It's therapeutic. Your house gonna always smell good if you're always making soap. I literally would have soap in my closet, like loads of soap, and I'll open up the closet door, and the whole kitchen, the whole house would just smell good. Which one is more expensive, soap making or just buying soap? Soap making is definitely an expense. It's definitely a expensive business. The price of olive oil has gone up a lot. I use olive oil in my soap making, and the price of oil in general has gone up tremendously. So when I was making soap a couple years ago, I was able to make a whole lot more. Now I have to really kind of budget and stuff like that, because it's not a business that is a cheap business to start up. You know, I feel like you have to invest a lot into a soap making business. And it just all depends on your clients and stuff that you have. I mean, it can be a lucrative business, but at the same time, you know, it's a lot of hard work. I'm not gonna even lie. It's a lot, and you need a team. Like for soap making, you can do it by yourself, but you're gonna get burnt out because it takes a team. It really does. Like anything, I feel like with hair care is a expensive. Cosmetics, hair care, soap, I feel like those are not easy businesses to start up. It requires a lot. It really does. What time is it in America? It is oh, it's 10:21 where I'm at. I think I'm gonna cut this up on high because I want to go ahead on and allow this to melt. So once everything melts down, then we can begin the process of cooking it. This method is called hot process. So the soap looks, it's gonna look different. Like the finished bar, it's not gonna be as vibrant and as colorful as cold process soap. If you like vibrant color soaps and stuff, then you want to do the cold process method. If you like that more, you know, that more, what's the word? What's the term that I want to use? Like it just overall, it has a different look. You know, bright color soaps, you're not gonna want to do this method. But if you like that antique look, then this is the method you want to do. So the overall finished bar is gonna look different, but it's gonna be a really nice, smooth bar. Lots of bubbles, very moisturizing. So we have olive oil in here. We have coconut oil. Toward the end, I'm gonna add in some mango butter. You can use shea butter. You know, a lot of people, they like to put shea butter in their soaps, cocoa butter, olive oil. all of those skin loving butters that your skin will thank you for. So I just put, we got some palm oil in here. We got olive oil and coconut oil. And then towards the end, I will add in a block of mango butter just for some extra moisture. You talking about it looks yummy? Andrina, why is olive oil so expensive? I don't know. Olive oil has been around for centuries. And if you would go look up the history on soap making, that they used soda ash, they used olive oil was like the main ingredient that they use with soap making. Some people will use goat's milk. They'll put milk in the soap, which makes the bars a lot more creamier. I mean, there's so many different soaps that you can make. It's endless possibilities. So as you can see, it's starting to melt down now. Once it becomes totally melted, then I'm going to add in my lye solution. You cannot make soap without adding lye. So if someone tells you you can make soap without lye, that's a lie. Just know that that's a lie. Because you cannot make soap without putting lye. That's where the gloves and the goggles and stuff come in. Lye can literally eat through your skin. So you want to make sure that you protect yourself with your goggles, with your long sleeve, clothes, pants. You know, I've been making soap for so long until I can kind of wing it. I don't necessarily have to have, you know, long pants and shirts and stuff on because I'm just so familiar with doing it. But if it's your first time doing this, you definitely want to get covered up. You definitely want to cover up. I can't hear you. You can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? My volume is all the way up. I can hear you. You can hear me? Maybe it's Andrina's phone. Where is your boo? Work. Work, work, work. And then I have these pH strips which got some oil on them. Oh, I don't even know how that happened. This is just to test the pH in the soap, so yeah. Okay, now the next thing that I need to do is I need to measure out the desired amount of lye that I need. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Gotta get my gloves. I know I'm moving all around. I promise I'm gonna be still as soon as I get everything together. I'm gonna rinse this out. I'm just gonna let that water run in that for right now. Whoa, what happened to my bag? Okay, I gotta find my gloves now. 'Cause that's what we're looking for. We got to get our gloves. Looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I gotta find my gloves. Whoa, y'all. Okay, so I found my gloves. I found my gloves. And I found my mango butter that I need. Writing visions. Hey girl, howdy. So we still have a little bit more to go. It's not completely melted yet, but maybe another 10 minutes or so. And by me doing this, this is just gonna help kind of speed up the process of it melting down. I did go ahead on and turn it up to high. And then once it melts down, then I will turn it back down to low. Because I don't want to cook the soap on a high temperature once we pour the lye in and stick blend it. I was in the neighborhood Monday. There was a bus stop over there. In the neighborhood? Which neighborhood? Looks like butter. Yeah, it does look like butter. And see how we still have some big pieces? So this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to come... Oh, my neighborhood. Yeah. Yeah, there's... I'm like really close to downtown, so... They have buses, they have trains. A lot of times I take the train because I live in the city. I live literally in downtown Houston. So it's a lot easier if I need to go to the courthouse and if I need to go to certain places. I'd much rather do that on a train. So I don't even have to worry about, I even when I had my car, I hated, I didn't drive downtown because I ain't nobody trying to get towed off or pay for parking all the time. I just don't trust downtown when it comes to parking and stuff. I went to Georgia this past weekend. Oh, really? You went to Georgia? How was it? Did you have fun? You got towed? Oh my goodness. See? That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you get your car back? Oh my God. Dang, I sure hate to hear that. That's not fun. Shaking my head. Okay, so I rinsed off my stick blender. And then we have this little cup. This is what I'm going to measure the lye solution in, because we're going to be pouring that in momentarily. I'm just going to go ahead on and get my gloves and stuff on, because that's going to be the next step. We're going to suit up now. I was fine. I went to our church location in Georgia. Everyone was so nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that sounds like fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. I love traveling and going places. What is wrong with these gloves? What happened to these gloves? Yes, I got towed by the time I got back. Oh my God. I know you were pissed off. That just sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and measure the desired amount that I need for this. Make sure when you're measuring, you zero out your things. Oh my God, am I gonna be able to even get this off? Michelle asks, was the towing fine a lot? Oh yeah, that is something to think about, right? Was it a lot? Okay, we got what we need. Oh! Yeah, I spent 19 hours on Greyhound coming back. I was hot and sticky. Some people had BO and picked it up. Some people smoked it, was in my hair. Oh, bad odor. Yeah, $400. $400? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That is so wrong. $400? Lord Jesus. Body odor. I would have yelled at that amount. Oh my God. That is beyond crazy. Okay, so now, Lord have mercy. So our stuff is almost. Oops! I almost slipped it out of my hand. Oh, these gloves are so thick. Hold on. Can't even turn my camera around. They so thick. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. So at this point, we got that little piece that's right there. You have to wash your clothes when you got home. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and turn this back down to low. I know that's right. After going through all that, you're like, thank God I'm home. We're getting ready to pour in our lye solution. Thank God you made it back safely. So basically, you drove to Georgia. You drove your car to Georgia, basically, right? Okay, we're getting ready to pour in our solution. Let me go ahead on and get my stick blender ready. We're gonna go ahead on and plug this in. Let's put this phone on this little stand. No, we'll keep it like that. Maybe I should put it on this side. Okay, I think that might be better if I do it like this. Oh my God. I gotta get another stand. I felt bad for the people from San Antonio. They bus got canceled and they wouldn't let them get on another bus. They would leave like an hour. They told them they had to wait at 2 a.m. Oh my God. Dang. That's messed up. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you made it back safely though. That is a lot of rigmarole. You're welcome, girl. You know we're always here for moral support. Oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh, I'm about to get frustrated. Please just stay right there for the time being, please. Okay, now we're gonna add in the long awaited lye. Dang, I don't want this stuff to splash everywhere. I think I should go throw on some long sleeve right quick. I'll be right back because I am not trying to get lye splattered on my skin. We ain't about to do that one.
You know, we're playing it safe because last time, normally I don't do this, but we playing it safe. Let's go ahead on and pour this in here. There's usually no trains where I'm at, but yes, if I have to drive there, I will. Please, I hear people on a train keep to themselves and are nice. I like riding the Amtrak. Yes, Amtrak is way better. More drama on the Greyhound. Yes, they are working on getting us a bullet train from Houston to Dallas in 90 minutes. I cannot wait till they do this bullet train. I've rode the Amtrak a couple times and it's very pleasant. How much are the tickets? Are they reasonable? I feel like if you put in your tickets ahead of time, you can get it at a better rate. Amtrak is not all that cheap. It's not really cheap because if you were to go on there just to play around with it and do from here to Atlanta, it's possible that it could give you a high price. So what I have learned is you have to book it ahead of time, and sometimes 2 weeks ahead of time, sometimes a month ahead of time, so you can lock in on a better rate. Usually during the summertime, and depending on what time of year you're gonna travel, usually during the summertime they have like this past summer they had a ticket to where I think it was like $500, but you can pretty much go anywhere that you wanted to within like 30 to 60 days or something like that. Amtrak, they sending me emails, but I would just, play around with it. You might want to go in person. Sometimes when you go in person, it could be cheaper. I have bought tickets in person and versus online, it gave me a high price. And then when I went in person, they were able to help me get a better rate. So I would just kind of check around when it comes to that. So our base, it's not really thickening up. And that's probably because our lye solution is at room temperature. So it could probably take a little bit longer for us to get to trace. But I'm just going to continue to stick blend it. Yes, you're welcome. Michelle, you said add more flour. Wish it was that simple. I would rather pay more for Amtrak to have less drama. Yeah, I haven't rode the Greyhound bus. Oh my God. It's been, oh man. Well, I was a child when I rode Greyhound, a teenager. Okay, let me see if I can turn up the notch. Cause I feel like let me see if I can turn it up a notch. Because I feel like we're gonna be doing this all day. And we still have to allow the soap to cook for about an hour after it thickens up. I just hope it comes out right. I haven't done this method in so long. Oh, this phone. Ugh. I'm so sick of this phone stand. I don't even know why I keep messing around with it. Okay, right. Me too. When I rode great. Oh, shit. When I rode Greyhound as a teen, it was no drama. We were going to Orlando, Florida. We went to Nickelodeon Studios. Nickelodeon Studios. It was so fun. I was so mad I didn't get slimed. Oh, I always wanted to get slimed. That sounds fun. Oh man. Yeah, this stuff, I'm turning it back down because it's flattering. OMG. This stuff is splattering, you guys. That's why it's taking me longer because I'm scared. I'm not trying to get this stuff splattered on me. It was probably like 9 or 10. I think the last time I got on Greyhound, I might have been about, I don't know, 13, 14 years old. I went to California. It was a fun time. That ride was a fun ride. We had the best driver. He was cracking jokes the whole time, the whole way. He was talking to everybody. That was a fun time. Now, when you ride buses and trains, it's not like that. You don't really have people really interacting. People just sit there like, I don't know. They just sit there like, don't bother me, you know? But that time was like a fun time, I remember. It was a long bus ride. I think it took us about 2 days to get there, or it might have been more than 2 days. It probably was about 2 days. Okay, I gotta turn it up on high again. I'm trying to get through this. I'm trying to get through this. Oh my God. Honestly, I don't know how this soap is gonna come out. I think we gotta pray. We gotta hope and pray that this soap comes out good. Because I'm really kind of scared for this batch. I really am. Oh my God. See, the thing is the fact that we're trying to, we want this soap to get thicker. Once it get thick and once I'm able to like draw a line and it leaves a trace on top of the soap, that's how I know it is done. Like the first phase is done. Then once it gets to that point, I'm gonna cover it and then we're gonna allow it to cook. So we haven't got to trace. Like what I'm looking for is trace. Basically that just refers to the soap getting thick, more like kind of like cake batter, like mashed potatoes. That's the consistency that we're looking for. And right now we're not quite there. It has thickened up a lot, but it's not there yet. I think it's starting to get somewhere now. Starting to kind of get somewhere. My arms is tired. Yeah, oh shoot. Oh my God. Y'all see what just happened? The thing just fell out of there. That's the reason why you gotta wear long clothes. Because that could have came in my direction. You need the arm exercise. Girl, I need exercise, period. So it's starting to get somewhere. I'm gonna go ahead on and turn it up a notch. That's why you gotta wear goggles. Prime example. Hold on. Prime example. That's the reason why we gotta wear our protective gear. Because accidents can happen no matter how long you've been soap making. I'm so glad. I think that was just God just telling me, hey, go grab your jacket. Because today you think that everything is going to, if I didn't have this jacket on, that could have splattered on me. So that's why it's good to have discernment. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Yay. This is what I'm looking for. You see how it's starting to look really thick? Yes. So it's done. The first phase is done, okay? Okay, first phase is done. I'm going to grab a paper towel right quick. And then we're gonna cover this and allow it to cook. I can set my timer now. Hold on, let's take this off. We're gonna put the stick blender to the side because we don't need it anymore. I'm gonna slide that back over there because we don't need it. So you see how creamy it looks? That's the consistency that I was looking for. It took a while. It took a minute. I'm not gonna lie. It probably took about what, 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes for us to get to that part. I can remove these goggles. Oh God, it's hot. I just thank God right now for basically telling me, go get your jacket. Go put your jacket on. Oh, thank you, Jesus, for that. Lord knows I don't need to be burned with no lie. Yeah, it's looking good. So now it's 11 o'clock. So I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. I'm going to go ahead on and set it on the stove for 20. We're going to come back in 20 minutes and check it. And then it should be done in about 45 to 50 minutes. So normally I'll let it cook for a whole hour. Our soap will be done in an hour. And then we can add in our additives. I'm going to be making turmeric. It's the soap that I'm making today. I have a customer that wants turmeric soap. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put on this top. Sometimes I get so tired. Oh, you see what it's doing, y'all? Mashed potatoes. Look, let me show y'all. Look at it. It looks like mashed potatoes. So we're gonna cover it so we don't have a soap volcano. What's up, Kay? Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh my God. We're having a volcano. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my God. I need to start this before it. Oh my God, y'all. A volcano was about to happen. Did y'all see that? A volcano was about to take place. A soap volcano was about to happen. Okay. Okay. Now, you just want to monitor it. I caught it in time, y'all. I was like, hold on, a soap volcano? Nah! Definitely don't need a soap volcano. Yes, a soap volcano. So soap making is science. It's basically what it is. There's a lot of science involved into soap making. It's kind of like doing an experiment at school. Remember in science class, you know, there was things that you did and there was like volcanoes and there was all type of projects. That's kind of like what soap making is. And I'm glad I caught that in time. Making us breakfast. No, I'm making soap. Hey y'all. Okay, I can explain where I've been. Yeah, it's get Kate up to speed. Get her up to speed. I need to make me a smoothie or something, y'all, cause oh my God, I'm hot. I'm dealing with this soap over here. We gotta make a smoothie. We have to make a smoothie. We have to make a smoothie. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick so we can make our smoothie. So stay with me. Okay, so I have my cup here. I've never been to Georgia. Really? You never been to Georgia? We got some fruits. Peaches, mangoes, and pineapples. I should put some raspberries in there. I'm gonna put like 2. Some raspberries. I have my bananas. I keep them in the freezer. I'm just gonna take one off. I'm gonna wet it and peel it and put it in a cup. So once you wet your banana, you just want to like peel it off. It makes it easier to peel the skin off of it. It's just like comes right off. This is a trick that I learned. I didn't even know that. Or sometimes what you can do when you get your bananas from the store, go ahead on and cut them up into like, you know, slices or whatever, and put them in one of those freezer bags. That way you don't have to do this. But Sometimes we be in a rush, so I'll just put the whole stack of bananas in the freezer. I'll wet the banana and peel it off like how you see me doing. It's not a right or a wrong way to do it. Just whatever you prefer, I guess. But of course, if you cut it up into slices, it takes up less room in your freezer. But I normally don't have a lot of stuff in my freezer. Like, you know how some people, they have a freezer full of stuff? Like, they have a bunch of meat, a bunch of fish. I mean, freezer be full. My freezer don't ever be like that because I'm not real big on meat. I eat meat, but I'm not a big eat meater, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat like that. So I could literally, I could go without meat. I don't gotta have meat in my life. Now I'm gonna go with some almond milk. They have Whataburger, but it's like 30 miles out from where you are. In Georgia, it's like Texas, except no Whataburger. Oh, no Whataburger. I don't know if I could live there. Georgia is nice though. Like the parts that I did go through, it's really pretty. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. You know, you don't have to add milk to your smoothie. You can do it with water. Yesterday I had such a fun day. I went to Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's stores. I went there, got me some shorts, got some snacks and stuff. It was a fun day yesterday for me. Let's do this. Shake it up, shake it up. No, I did not get those fish shoes. I didn't. I wasn't even thinking about them, but I didn't see them. I didn't see them there. If I would have seen them there, then it would have been on my mind. I would have been like, oh, I'm snatching it. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. It's really thick. That's good. I need a spoon for this one. If you wanted to have more of a smoothie, more all you would do is just add more milk or water to it to make it thinner, but I'm good with it like this. You're going on a walk? Okay, talk to you later. Thanks for coming on. Be safe out there on your walk. I know that once I get done with the soap making and stuff, I'm gonna be going to the gym. Yes, enjoy your day. Thank you. Thank you so much. You enjoy your day too. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you guys. I have an important. Okay, you guys. I have an important call. I'm going to come back on, and we're still gonna finish the soap making process. We still got a little time before it's done, but I will definitely come back on. I gotta take this call. Okay. Bye for now.